The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And he's coming off of a truly remarkable rookie season where he quieted a lot of his doubters in a most emphatic fashion. Remember, going into the draft, many thought he was the number 2 quarterback coming out of college. He proved quickly he was a top quarterback going into the NFL. One of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in recent memory. And what's scary about it, he's not even close to reaching his ceiling.
Back to Mixon on second down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. The numbers for him from a week ago, 5 catches, 59 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Stroud. And his throw is incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Stroud to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. The throwing again is Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Stroud working out of the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Take down his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, the Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Texans' 40-yard line.
There's Cooks in motion right. Here's Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. So the completion good for just 3. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They run here with Dowdle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
In motion, that's Tolbert. Now Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
On the run, it's Dowdle. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run again with Dowdle. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Prescott now.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. On play action, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In motion goes the tight end. Now Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line.
A running play. It's Dowdle.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stiff-armed him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught. Tolbert. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Throwing. Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll make this a 6-point game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And Stroud now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud. And Diggs has it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll complete this one to Collins.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Stroud to throw it.
It's complete to Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Stroud working out of the gun. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. 2nd and 6 from the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Cowboys offense and CeeDee Lamb ready to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Lamb will go in motion. To throw is Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And Cooks has it over the middle. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Prescott. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Prescott now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. In motion, the tight end. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 4 yards.
Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 60 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Stroud looking to throw.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Here's Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Here comes third down at 7. Now Stroud. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Tank Dell
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans have taken the lead here this third quarter.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Prescott to throw it. And that's complete to Cooks. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Prescott now from the 50.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Throwing, Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. On play action, Prescott rolling to his... And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the Texans' 28-yard line.
Now Prescott. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The drive will start with an option going left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They work now on 2nd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Inside handoff to Mixon. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. The throwing again is Stroud. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Mixing up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kyle Fairbairn comes on. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Here's Prescott.
A quick throw, but incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
In motion, that's Tolbert.
To throw is Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Looking to throw, Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
2nd and 9. A give running right is Vaughn.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
A handoff to Mixon. Shoves him aside near the 35. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
It's complete to Diggs. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Stroud to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up second and 4.
Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Recovered by Houston.
Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. And Diggs has it.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Here's Stroud.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Stroud looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Mixon, touchdown, Houston.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Prescott now.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Prescott to throw it.
That'll be dumped off to Vaughn, complete.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
And he is caught by Lamb.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. As Stroud now to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing now is Stroud. That's caught by Davis. Here's 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Texans 1st down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Dumps it off to Mixon.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Running to the right, this is Vaughn.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is absolutely perfect.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now throw right side here going to be incomplete. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Stroud to throw it. A throw out wide going to be incomplete. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
He's going to let it fly.
This ball intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come from behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Cowboys, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3.
Easily see how many. Here are some recommendations to get you started. It's week 12 of the National Football League. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's fifth in the NFL in passing.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off and running from Landover. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And leading them out, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Option play, here's a give to Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. Bringing him out, coming off one of his best seasons as a pro, an MVP runner-up finish in year number 9, Dak Prescott.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns have more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ballgame.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. Vaughn running dead ahead. And the defense was ready, they got him at the line. Cowboys putting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Angeron now. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the puck. He just kept going their own way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, partner, but I thought we were coming here to call an NFL game, but this is starting more like a baseball game. 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. No, just kidding. Still just the first quarter here this afternoon.
Yeah, it feels like a pitcher's duel, too, right? I mean, it's just a low-scoring affair here out the gate. I'll tell you what this does do, though, Kate. Right, in this world of analytics and looking at scores, this starts to screw that just conventional wisdom up. When you get an oddball like this, a safety early, just watch over the course of this game how it may affect some of the decision-making of the coaches.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Once again, it's Vaughn. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. It's Vaughn again. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They send a receiver in motion right. Prescott now on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Coming left is Vaughn. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Up the middle, Vaughn. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow their early lead to 8. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push the lead to 2 scores now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32.
From the 32. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hand off now to Eckler. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. So they bring Tress Way back out there for another punt. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Vaughn out of the shotgun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Connection made to Vaughn. And he's brought down for a loss. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Dak now from the gun. Avoids the sack. He just throws this one away. Brian Anger on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we have been seeing so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Connects on the crosser. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Kalen Carson with the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage. It sets up your play action.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Press way on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A tight end in motion now. Completed over the middle. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. This is fun. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the... Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out! And the Cowboys scoop it up. And he's going to take it back. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys take a 16-point lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Malik Hooker with the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He finds Brown right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, your play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Short side option here. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. 1st down, here's Dak. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Throwing again is Dak. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. He'll go with another punch, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Commanders set to take over. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Another turnover, this time it's an interception. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun is Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Prescott here from the gun. Vaughn there to grab it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. No, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play. And they just did.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Prescott set to pass. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great...
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight falls on Deron Bland. He's been an active player on that defense with 34 tackles this year. It's the Cowboys and the Giants, and it...
A Thanksgiving tradition continues as the teams are lined up and off we go here in Dallas. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Dak to the air here. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. And they make the tackle at the 38. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on first is Prescott. That's caught. Here's Deuce Vaughn. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Working from the pistol, Prescott. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Prescott now on 3rd down. Throw left is intercepted. There he goes on the right side. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away,
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return coming from the 14. Now bottling up as he gets the return to the 30. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. And as this season progresses, he's been a steady producer for this offense, leading the league in receptions to this point. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. The intended target there was C.D. Lamb. And it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Complete out to the right side. And that's good for a gain of 5. Drew Phillips making the tackle. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
They bring their tight end left. Dak throwing again. This finds Cooks, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Another throw for Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the Giants' 39-yard line.
Shotgun handoff for Vaughn. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. So now here's 3rd and 5.
37-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
Dak out of the pistol. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down right along the 30. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action, Prescott. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
And they did get that win last week, but instead of being a player you win because of, now this quarterback was a player they won in spite of. A lot of issues taking care of the football that canceled out, really, the good he did on the field. He knows they were fortunate to get the dub. He carries some momentum into this week, and you know he wants to play better.
A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now stick with Singletary. And they had that one contained right at the line. Malik Hooker with the tackle. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing his lock. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's Locke. That's to his running back, Devin Singletary. And they make the tackle at the 38. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Locked down. Able to get it to Singletary. And they get this down to the 28. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Give to Singletary from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Deron Bland. It's a gain of 6, and now they face a daunting 3rd and 14. Lock. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Here's Singletary. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. Here he goes on the bootleg. Look, Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Locke to the air. Gets this to Slayton. And he's brought down at the line. On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. They kick the running back in motion. 1st and 10, Prescott. Shakes himself free. Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants' side of the field. We're 1 quarter closer. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have it on 2nd and short. They'll run. This is Vaughn. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They're set up at the 35 now. Rush. Throw complete to Lamb. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 27. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Motioning the tight end now. Working inside the red zone. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Vaughn on the carry. He gets 4 yards on the carry. That's going to leave him just a yard out on 2nd and goal. Vaughn goes up and over for the touchdown. The Cowboys take a 2nd quarter lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lock to throw it. Hits his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. To throw, here's Locke. That's into the hands of Singletary. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They put a receiver in motion right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, a carry by Singletary. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. Running back sent in motion. Connects with Slayton. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Here's Rush to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got a gain of 6 there. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Lamb's got it on the sideline. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. So 3rd down, Giants trotting out 6 DBs in the dime set. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Rush looking to pass. Connection made to Vaughn. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Micah McFadden able to make the play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. The tight end going in motion right. It's caught. Ferguson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Still sticking with the passing game. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. On 1st down, this is Singletary. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Block looking to throw. Still going inside the 35. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Here's Locke. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running back sent in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
To the air, 3rd and long. And this is another incompletion. On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The return starts at the 18. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Now a handoff for Vaughn. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing, rush. And that falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. Brian Anger getting the call on the 4th down punt. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And he gets him 1 as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing his lock. Into the hands of Neighbors. He's out in the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. To the air with Rush. It's taken in by Lamb. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Cordell Flott there on the stop. 2nd and 8. Vaughn there to grab it. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Rush. We've got a screen to the running back. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll throw it again. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Motioning him from the slot right. Here's Locke to the air. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one doesn't go far. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. One last play before the break.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. So we've hit halftime in the annual Thanksgiving Day game from Detroit. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this holiday weekend. Of course, we begin tomorrow. The second ever Black Friday game. The Raiders, Chiefs from Arrowhead.
Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because
4 o'clock
no
start up
halftime
in
report
Baltimore,
this week.
where it'll be
Everyone's
the
set
Ravens
to get the
taking on the
third quarter
Philadelphia
underway.
Eagles.
Here's a return from the 7. coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Devin Singletary back out on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They'll start the drive with Singletary. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Cowboys rushing in, and they bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Third and long for him here. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he gets his offense some better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Rush now to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Giants' 48-yard line.
From the 48. This finds Cooks complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st down, ball at the 36. Rush now. Into traffic, complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 3. Ferguson there to bring it in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
From the gun, here's a handoff. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Rush looking to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Game's kick is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Good looking return here, and he's got room. Now here comes the New York offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Lockdown. That's into the hands of Singletary. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. They kick the running back in motion. This finds Singletary. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. To throw, here's Locke. connects with Johnson.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. Here we go, third and less than a yard. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now he'll throw off the play fake. To the sideline, and he has the catch. Tough play for a small gain, but it does get the first. They're going play action. Finds his fullback. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. Second down run by Singletary. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
And that's going to be knocked away. May have saved the completion there. And that brings us to the end of our third quarter. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
He'll begin his return from the 11. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most. And we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. They go play action on first. Throw left side, complete. Don't think he's going to get much, if any, as he heads out of bounds right near the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lock. He finds Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Coming right to Singletary. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. 3rd and just 2 to go. Here's Singletary again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Rush to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They send Cooks left. 2nd and 10 now. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. Just one quarter standing between these teams and Turkey in this Thanksgiving contest. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Vaughn running dead ahead, and he's brought down for a loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
They're out now, ready to punt it. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Locke looking to throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 28. Hits his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Here's Locke. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They give up the gut to Singletary. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. They'll motion him out of the backfield. They'll throw on 3rd and long. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, rush. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Up the middle, Vaughn. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Giants football. They'll go right side with Singletary. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go. Second down. Lock to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Able to hit Robinson, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They bring the tight end in motion. The give now to Vaughn. Oh, the football's loose. And it's picked out by the Giants. And they limit the while a new offense preps.
Previous play is under review.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. From the 45 on second down. They did it! He made the interception! And the Giants have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Play action on first down. This is complete to Neighbors. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First down, Giants.
Here's Locke to the air. Cut near the goal line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal. Now they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. And he's brought down for a loss. Thankfully not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has it in close. And that's a New York touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
They'll try to run it in. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Return starts from the 16. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cowboys and Cooper Rush out for this next drive. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
9-yard loss. It's now second and 19.
Shotgun handoff for Vaughn. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. No gain that time, and it leaves them with third and long.
It's now third down and long.
Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. Their punter making his way out now. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Giants and Drew Lock ready to go again on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. It's Singletary off the option. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Giants with a 5-point lead. So now here's 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Wow, wide open here. Complete. Running down the left side. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So a big play for the Cowboys here as they line up for 2. He'll look to throw it. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Setting up to pass. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That's Jordan Lewis. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys grow their lead to 8. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. They send him left out of the slot. Back to the air following the pick 6. Oh, he loses the football. And the Cowboys scoop it up. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play. So we have a pause here. So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. From the 30 on 2nd down. Gets this to Slayton. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breaths. And he gives them a shot now to force overtime. So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for 2. He's throwing for it. And that catch gets them the 2. We're all tied up here in the 4th. They're not out of it yet. That conversion successfully tying this game and puts us, of course, on track for overtime.
So much momentum gain, long odds to get those 2-point conversions, but now you got to have discipline. We know, we've seen it in playoffs with limited time left. You got to make sure you finish the deal and carry this momentum you've just gained into that extra frame.
Gano ready to send this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. From the 43. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Everything now resting on this try from Brandon Aubrey. They're going to call their final timeout here. Just 9 seconds to go. The entire game now resting on the right foot of this kicker. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And that, folks, is your game winner. Aubrey now to kick this one away.
That kick was a heck of a distance, but with the adrenaline that you know he had flowing through him in that moment, it helped give him all the drive he needed to send the game winner through.
Here's Locke. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. Trayvon Diggs has got it. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And they're going to get to celebrate both the Thanksgiving holiday and the victory over the coming days with more time than normal coming.